One, two, three. Sound check. Okay. I think this is green. YouTube is running. Everything is looking good. I can see you guys in the chat. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a nice weekend. I've been running a lot. I had a small... it was a book presentation, which was really cool, by the way. And I really needed to attend to it, so that's why I didn't do the announcement of the stream properly, so I'm sorry for that, guys, but here we are. Today we will be doing 2 flights, and we will be doing both GNS and G1000 King Air, so everybody's going to be happy, because funnily enough, essentially what happened was that when I went to see how many votes were there, who was winning, whatnot, basically it was 50-50, as most of the times is, which is really fun, but I mean, it means it's good. So yeah, in order for everybody to be happy, we are going to fly both King Airs today. And we will have 2 legs, about 1 hour each. One is going to be starting at Sabadell. This is a small local airport very close to Barcelona. It has no procedures out of here, so we will depart and we will be flying into Pamplona, where we should be doing an IFR approach because the weather is looking quite bad. Spain has a lot of frontal activity coming up, so I planned that on purpose so we can actually test the weather radar on the King Air, because this is the latest update. I don't know if it is already out for you guys to download it. I believe it's not. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but consider this a beta release for the King Air, for the C90B. So this is what you will get once it gets public. And that's really cool. So a couple of extra bug fixes were done as well. I do not remember exactly. I can only tell you that I remember that the load meters of the generators were fixed because they were showing a little bit of wrong stuff. So those were fixed, and I think some other like small improvements were done. So this airplane is getting better and better, and is looking super nice. By the way, I also like this livery. This is, I mean, from what I understood, it is a Spanish national school for pilots, I guess. So this is their livery, and this livery as well was shared with the Air Force, so it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe some governmental thing, whatever. But it looks really cool. It's from AF Navarro, and we're going to be using exclusively his liveries today, so both of those links are in the description if you want to fly this livery. They are down there, and you can get the airplane there as well. It's a Freeware airplane, guys. Freeware. If you find it somewhere else where it's not Freeware, don't get it, because this is Freeware, and it's really good. Anyways, Feldy, X-Plane Gamer, Daifuko, LPCP Plane Spotting, Ludo Kerman, and Chistalomix. Welcome everybody, guys. Great to see you here. Anyways, without too much ado, real time, real weather. We are on VATSIM. Flight plan is submitted. Let's go into the cockpit and let's start planning some stuff. Now, I think I had, yes, I have this one. I'm going to enter via the cockpit. Everything is powered down here. So we will do a couple of checks. Just to make sure that everything is alright. I haven't flown this airplane for a while. So yesterday I was actually reading the normal procedures for the airplane, like from the actual manual of the airplane, in order to remember some of the stuff. So a very quick first check, make sure this is off, this is off, this is all closed. And this is all closed. Engine anti-ice is on, that is fine. Lights are off, and this is all off as well. Here, what do we have here? This is all off. Bleed air valves are on. That's good. I'm going to put this already into auto. Now this is going to come full forward because we don't need it outside of that position. And just checking here, this is normal PFD. That's fine. Off, and off. Looking good. That's reading 0. Fantastic. Now, I'm not going to do all the checks that are supposed to be done, like pressurization checks and so on. So I'm going to do the bare minimum, just to make sure that we actually have it there. So I'm going to connect power in order for us to have some ground power. I believe it's going to be working now. Just making sure it is there. Yep, looks like so. Let me just check something here. Remove the external power. Alright, battery is good. What if I remove it? Is it going to cut to the external power? Yes, it is. Okay, fantastic. Very good. This option here in X-Plane is really, really useful. And we will be using external power for now in order to program a couple of stuff, in order to do a couple of checks. So, for instance, I want to check if the boost pumps work. They do. Check the transfer override as well. That works. Put it on test first. That doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Checking the nacelle. Nacelle is going to be less, of course. Nice, total good. And the crossfeed, we're going to test that as well. Good. Very nice. Okay, then inverter, we can check that. We could have the inverter on for the engine start, but it's not mandatory because the needles will still work. Avionics power. Again, we can use that or may not use that. This is all fine. This is all fine. I'm going to put nav lights on so everybody knows we're out here. And let's go. Avionics master power on. Let the airplane power up a little bit. And let's see. Sync Crash Flyer. Hey, welcome. Great to see you here. LPSP plane spotting, parabéns pelo novo avião. Não é bem novo avião, mas yeah, obrigado. Cooler, what about the Queen Air? Sorry. What airplane is the Queen Air? I'm terribly sorry. Okay, this one works a lot better. By the way, if you are looking into fly this version with the GNS and you want to use the GPS and you cannot figure out how to switch it on, there is this little button right here. You need to press it on and you will have your GPS available. Now today we're flying the essentially flight school livery, and I want to do conventional navigation out of here and into Pamplona, because I don't know, but in Spain they actually do have a lot of procedures for conventional navigations. That's really good. Nav 1 is already here. We got Nav 2 and Nav 3. We can switch this minimum ID, knots, and so on. I'll leave it on ID. Power is on. Prop sync is off. Very good. So, a couple of interesting things. We do not have any charts for this airport on Navigraph, and when I mean any, I mean literally any. So let me show you guys. If you open up and you load the flight from SimBrief, it doesn't even appear down here. Now, of course, you can search for it and it will appear, but once you select charts, there are no charts. Is this a problem? Actually not, at least not to me, because we can use always the AIP charts. This is the official real-world charts, which is very, very cool. So we can study everything related to airport stuff. Now, these are the VFR procedures. Okay. And this is the parking positions. We are on stand 321, like Airbus 321, which is right here on this part right here, actually pretty close to the fuel station, so that's cool. I didn't yet check the weather. I will check it. So, would you have Barcelona approach and Barcelona center? It might be called another way, but still, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be controlled by a Barcelona approach. Anyways, let me just see how it is looking in Barcelona. They are using runway 24, so we will be departing towards towards the south, which is pretty good because this is what I want to do. Now, we do have a VOR here in Sabadell, and I would love to join this airway Tango 410 into VBOC, and from here we will be joining the airway Mike 601 from Barcelona 116.7 all the way down there, a very long straight to Pamplona. On Pamplona, we've got 112.3. We have a very nice approach. Now, I'm not sure yet what's the weather in Pamplona, but let's see how's the wind. 350 at 5, light rain, good visibility broken 5000, so it's looking already quite good. We could take this approach with a 5-knot tailwind, and we could do this ILS, which is pretty cool. So we would be flying into Pamplona. This is the initial approach fix. We would have to do the entry, so the reversal entry, because we cannot proceed straight out from here. And then we just have to follow the outbound, turn at 13 DME and intercept the ILS for the approach. Or, if you don't want to do that, you want to do something a little bit more interesting, there is this approach right here. No, sorry, not this one. This one. This one is very nice. This is the 4 Bravo for Pamplona, so we could do this as well. We'll see how the weather goes. So we arrive above Pamplona, 112.3. I believe we should do at least one holding, because again, we're going to be intercepting this at a very straight angle. Yeah, it's basically like a 90 degrees angle, so we're going to have to do one holding, join the outbound, fly until 7.7, turn left, then join the inbound into Pamplona Sound. Then we have a 2 miles outbound, and then it's essentially a visual circuit. I believe this is exactly, wait. Does it say the last name of the waypoint? No, it just says 2DME. 2DME, but I guess it's something like that we're gonna have to do. So there is a little bit of a visual turn at the very end, so we could do that as well. We'll see how the weather goes. Both of these approaches are pretty cool. So yeah, I have them saved here, I have them pinned. We will decide on the air what are we going to be doing. But for now, this is what I want. I will have to call Barcelona and ask them if we're going to talk to them or we just depart and then talk to them, so we will see. Ekaterina, привет. Hello, hello. Alright, so for our departure, other than that, so VFR, if they're using runway 21, let me just confirm that the winds here are not very different from Barcelona. So we've got runway 13 and 31. Should be using 31 probably. 13. I mean, it's literally a variable 180 Okay, so we will be using runway 13. So towards the south, that's good. So that will probably mean a right-hand turn. However, I'm just looking at the VFR departures out of here. We can have somewhat of a visual departure out of here. Runway 13 after departure. Oh, this is the Zulu one. Wait, what if I want to go to... I'll actually show you guys this. So I'm trying to understand. This is the problem with IAP maps. They're not very they're not very user-friendly most of the time. So I'd like, for instance, to depart via Ruby. So let's see if we do have any Ruby departure. Runway 13. After taking off, climb on runway heading to reach the A7 motorway. Then north, northeast, eastbound, turn left, track 068 Numale. Then okay, no. Southwest, west, northwest, northbound, turn right to track 218 degrees to San... whatever this is, without overflying Petit de Valles. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, so I believe that's like a church or something. Avoid overflying Cerdanyola and Saint Cugat de Valles. Okay, and what else? Zulu departures. Where's Zulu departures? It doesn't specify anything here. And communication failures. Alright, so it's essentially straight ahead until we pass the A7 and then we turn right 178 towards wherever we go. Alright, I believe from there I'm just going to intercept the radial and I'm going to be off coming from here. That sounds good to me. I hope it sounds good to you as well. So, I'm gonna just prepare everything as this would be for a normal flight. First things first, QNH 1010, let's set that up. 1010 is set here, and we need it. Oh boy, what happened there with this, what? What happened with these instruments? Or were they always like that? Okay, weird. I don't remember them being like that, but okay. Transition level is 7.5. And that is it. So now we just need the Sabadell VOR, which is 112.2. So let's do 112.2 right here. Switch over. Let's see if it identifies. Bravo. No. 112.0, sorry. That's why you identify. Sierra Lima Lima, that is correct. And we're going to set on nav2 Barcelona 116. We'll set it on the standby here, 116.7. And 116.7 here as well. Set. There we go. The needle is allowed. Let me just check the ident here. Yeah, Barcelona is on. Fantastic. Very good. That is set. Now, we are right now on the VOR. I want to be outbound on 273. Should have scrolled it the other way around. 273, that is set. And I'm going to ask for altitude, but I believe it's going to be lower than that. I'll set 4,000 to start with. And that sounds good. The fuel's already on, the weight is already on. We've got full set of passengers here, so everybody's full. We've got co-pilot, both seats here are set. Both seats here are set, and we don't have an extra seat here, but we're going to assume that there's an extra seat here, and we've got like 50 kilos of cargo, so we are, I mean, it's kind of like a flight school flight, but at the same time it's not. Okay. Alright. Belgestel, ayo, welcome dude. An update, yep, it is an update. Alright, now let's go test this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Power 2 on. That is on. And let's go. Let's imagine everybody is on. Start to close the door. Do a couple of checks. And let's see. That's the transfer tests. That's all the stuff. Rest is going to be before start test. Okay. Before start checklist. Anyways, before that, because we're still on ground power, here's what I'm going to do. I have already everything pre-selected. I'm going to go avionics master power off. I'm going to go battery on, external power off, or I could just do everything off.
Slide slow.
Yeah, wait. I'm going to power that up, back up in a moment. We're going to go and use the ground comm option here on this airplane, which is very, very useful. And contact with Barcelona. We've got tower as well, but I believe that approach is going to be more correct. 131, 121. Oh, how do we set here the 125? Interesting. Yeah, we don't have the 0.5 ending. Okay, so I'll just do that. Set. Okay, we've got volume. Volume is good. Volume is good. And let's try to call them. That's Barcelona approach. Barcelona approach, very good evening. This is Bird 1 on stand 321 at Sabadell, and confirm we have to coordinate our departure with you.
Bird 1, hello Barcelona. No instrumental flight plans allowed in Sabadell. That's only VFR, sir.
Roger, then should we coordinate our VFR departure then to pick up the IFA clearance with you still, or you want to do that airborne?
That's correct. So you should depart as VFR and then start your IFR flight plan as published in the charts. You have the procedure. It's completely published in the visual approach charts.
Alright, we'll do the visual and then call you for the IFR clearance, Bird 1, thank you. Alright, very good. So in order for us to not be distracted, I'm going to put Unicom for now. Switch this over. Ground comm can go off, battery on, nav lights on, beacon lights going to come on. We need boost pumps. Come on, mouse. Boost pumps on. That is fine, that is fine, that is fine, that is fine, that is fine. This is forward, this is set, this is set. And we could start now, but before starting, of course, we need to remove all the ground equipment. And do the before start checklist. Alright, before start, cabin door is locked, baggage secured, weight and balance is checked, belts are on. Did you guys fasten your seatbelt? Control lock is removed, we can move the controls just fine. Parking brake, that is very important, it is set. And that's the before start checklist. Okay, engine start on battery, propeller levers, forward, boost pumps on, avionics master off. That's very important because on this airplane you can actually damage the avionics. Beacon is on, right ignition, and then we do the rest of the stuff. This is already automatic. So, you guys are ready? We don't have the window, the possibility to open the window, but I would open the window and shout clear prop. We can do the clear props in Crash Flies already, do the clear prop in chat. So let's start 2 and then 1. So ignition on. We've got turbine 12%. I'm gonna let it stabilize just a little bit. For whatever reason, X-Plane just wants to drop the RPM of the turbine after you introduce fuel. And let's introduce fuel. You can see it drops a little bit. Prepare to cut off. If something goes wrong, there goes the fuel. ITT is rising. Turbine RPM is rising. Oil pressure is good. Above 51. Started cut off. ITT rollback. Oh boy. Alright, let the prop spin. Let move it forward. Into high idle. Connect generator 2. Hold and reset for 2 seconds. Make sure that the load picks up. Should be about maximum 50% to recharge the battery. That seems like good. Let's go start number 1. Got turbine. It's normal for the other prop to drop a little bit in power. Stabilized at 18, 19, 20. Let's introduce fuel. There goes the fuel flow. ITT on the rise. Turbine is rolling above 51. Started cut off. ITT rollback. And that's a good start. Alright, let's put both to high idle for a moment. Gen 1 on and reset. Let's see if it picks up the load. Yes, it does. Loads are equal. And put it back to low idle. And let's now power up the rest of stuff. Transfer pumps auto. Crossfeed auto. Avionics master power on. Inverter on. That's fine, that's fine. Auto ignition for now. That doesn't require auto failure. We'll test it in a bit. This is all fine. This is fine, this is fine. Fasten and seatbelts on, that is set. Valves are on, flaps are checked, and we need rudder boost and electric trim. Now, I will be going to flight level 220, I believe. Yes, flight level 220. Flight plan's already submitted. So we need to set up here flight level 220. And we don't need to fly directly for now. Okay, altitude is set, everything is set. Let's do the after start checklist. Transfer pumps, auto, crossfeed, auto, boost pumps, crossfeed. We did test that already. Electrical system test. I believe the test is down here. I'm just gonna skip that. Avionics standby battery. Yeah, we need to put that on. We already made the test. Lights set on. Oops, sorry. And cabin temp mode auto. Annunciators were tested. Reset. Instrument, engine instruments, and yeah, engine instruments. Everything is checked. Just making sure everything is on the green. All temps, all pressures are nice. Engine anti-ice is on, of course. Keep the engine anti-ice on because that is a protection from debris. Okay. Very nice. So before tax checklist, electric trim. Let's test it. Leave it on 0. Flaps up. Flight controls free correctly. Check that. Manual feathering. Check on low idle. I believe it's like that. Yeah, it works. And the other one. Yes, it works. Fantastic. We didn't lose any gens. EFB secure, bleed air valves open, flight instruments are checked. Now, out of feather, we're going to test that before departure, as well as the governor's pressurization, anti-ice, vacuum is vacuum pressure is looking good. This is good. Oxygen is good. All right. That test is complete. And now I need to make sure I actually taxi to the right runway, which is going to be 13. Now let's revise our departure. It's going to be a flapless departure out of runway 13. This is kind of a departure briefing for you guys. So we will be departing straight ahead. Let's confirm here departures runway straight ahead 13 after takeoff climb on runway heading to reach the Alpha 7 motorway. Okay, I guess this one big here. And then we're gonna fly southwest, west, northwest, northbound, turn right to track 218 degrees. 218 degrees. Let's set the heading on 218 degrees, which is roughly right here. Okay, so that heading will help us out. And then turning later to turning later to track 178 towards TBW to leave ATZ to the south of reporting point Whiskey. Here's Whiskey. And let me just confirm that I actually have these waypoints here. Yep, it's right here. Aruba, Barcelona, Whiskey, and Sierra 2. So I'm gonna aim for the Whiskey point, and from there we'll be proceeding inbound the first waypoint. Okay, that's on the VOR already pre-selected. Now we could do one of the functions of the King Air here. We could just switch, change this to VOR, and pre-select our next outbound course, which is going to be from Barcelona, which is right from here, 2906. So I could set that on 2906, I believe. So it will be already ready. Once we need it, we can come back to it. Okay, let's taxi. We have clear left, clear right. Taxi lights are going to be on. We need to go to the right. And let's just confirm here with the charts. We are on 321. We can taxi via Yankee 2 November 1 to Mike 1 all the way to the beginning of runway 13. We need to do a couple of tests, but other than that, seems decent. Belagastel, what was weird? I for whatever reason, it looked like the instruments were a little bit low res to me, but perhaps I have forgot. Okay, beta range works, so that's good. We can just taxi very slowly, thanks to that. 7L traffic, Bird 1 is taxiing via Yankee 2, November 2, November 1, Mike 1 to Mike 1 holding point, running 13, 7L traffic. Very, very nice. Now, because we are VFR, I will need to set this to 7000, of course. And we're gonna set this, oh, it's already on alt by mistake. Put it to on, and oh wow, look at that. We've got a couple of hot air balloons. It's clear left, clear right. My taxiing abilities on the King Air are a little bit bad because I'm not very used to such a small airplane. But it has a quite long nose, so you have to anticipate the turn. There we go. Daifuku Saint Cugat is a town. Alright, thank you. And Daifuku do a weepy in a tube. I hope not, because we have the airplane full of passengers. Ludo Kerman, sorry, I wasn't here, lol. How did you make appear the second VOR radial blue one? So the pre-selected one, this is a function of this airplane, which is really cool. So you have this option right here, the pre-select, active and transfer. Essentially, once you switch this to the pre-selected, this is when the blue, either VOR or lock appears down here, and if you move your cursor, the arrow will appear as well, so you can pre-select that. Once you move that back to active, you switch back to controlling your main needle, clear left, clear right, and then you can just click to transfer, and it will automatically transfer your pre-selected into active. This is a very useful function. By the way, if you have like deep questions on how to use all of this functionality and these amazing avionics on this airplane, I made a specific video tutorial with the GNS version where I explain every tidbit about these instruments. It's very, very cool. But like Estelle, ping in a tube is not an issue. You can close the cockpit doors. Oh, speaking of that. Speaking of that. There we go. Yeah. Alright, we are approaching the holding point. Have a couple of them here. And now they're calling me, really. Please contact me on 131.125. Alright, now he wants to call me. Set the parking brake. Alright, burst on approach, bird 1, calling you from position Mike 3.
Bird 1, yes, you were supposed to send the VFR flight plan and then indicate in the flight plan that you are going to do the switch to IFR. So that, because some of the agents are controlled airport, you know.
Oh, okay, in that case we request the VFR departure and then IFR to proceed to the first waypoint as submitted, bird 1. This is what I didn't really understand, because in real life I don't think it would work this way, because we probably would talk to the local frequency.
Bird 1, the QNH is 1010, wind 230 degrees, 6 knots. After departure, proceed show the departure as published. You are clear for the go runway 31, please squawk 7072.
QNH 1010, we're cleared for the departure, confirm whiskey waypoint and squawk 7070, bird 1.
Bird 1, I think that the departure says that you have to fly on runway heading, then overfly the highway by turn. Iberia 007 and
incredible.
Climb to altitude 3,500 feet. You have it published on the chart, sir.
Roger, we'll fly the published. We were our intention was to fly to Sierra 2 waypoint and then whiskey, climbing to 3,500, bird 1.
Roger, so approved.
Alright, let's do a couple of tests here. I'm just gonna move myself a little bit forward. So he already gave me the clearance, but we need to do a couple of tests first.
Bird 1, go ahead.
Say again for bird 1.
Yes, please squawk 7072.
7070, bird 1. We're gonna do a couple of tests and we'll report ready for departure.
Bird 1, Roger, 7072. Break, Iberia,
7072.
level 1,
I replied 2 times the same thing. Okay, let's do the test.
Yeah, I received, but I have other traffic.
Check the governor.
Iberia 00, Iberia 007, Barcelona. Iberia 007, Barcelona. Iberia 007 está en contacto radar, suba para nivel de vuelo 1.
Alright, that's tested.
Ascendiendo nivel de vuelo 190. Iberia 007.
Spool it up to 19. Check. Auto feather test. See if it auto feathers. It did. Let us pull back.
Report ready for this.
And it's pulled back. Fantastic. Feather test complete. Now get to the pressurization check. I'm gonna skip that. I'm just gonna set 220, that is set. 7072 is set. We need auto ignition. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set. Strobes. That is set. That is set. Lights are on. Flaps not required. Trim is set. Okay, let's confirm lineup. Checklist. Auto ignitions armed. Engine NTI's on. NTI's hot 5 set. Auto fader armed. Lights on. Landing lights will be coming on in a second.
Barcelona, good evening. Speedbird 480 November, inbound Charlie Lima Echo.
480 November, hello Barcelona, radar contact. You are clear for the command Whiskey arrival. Descent level 130, proceed direct. The Bravo Lima 43443. You are clear for the Charlie Lima Echo to Whiskey transition. Expect ILS approach and with the flight.
Cleared. Couple to Whiskey, direct Bravo Lima 443 and 7130, speedbird 480 November.
Barcelona approach, Bird 1, running 13, we're ready for departure.
Bird 1, the wind is 230 degrees 6 knots, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 13, Bird 1. Alright, let's go guys. Takeoff OKZ shot, final was clear. I'm gonna use maximum available runway, we're still very heavy, so oh boy, that lineup is not very good.
780, expect ILS approach and with the flight.
Let's pull the props.
070 Iberia for Delta and fire 024 right.
Props are spooled. Let me switch off the taxi lights and set power. Watch out the ITT, off we go. Torque set, speed is alive. Approaching 93, rotate. Positive climb Europe. Above blue line. Landing lights off. Alright, so remember, runway heading. I'm gonna torque back just a tiny bit. And put the engine NTIs off, we don't need them right now, but if I put them down, we're gonna get an increase of torque. You guys can see quite significant increase in torque. 3,500, need to monitor that, because we might get very quickly there. There is the road. Alright, right hand turn. Let me climb slowly and fly a little bit slower as well. 218 initially, then 217.
Barcelona approach, easy 688 with you, 31,000 feet overhead, Tamaral, looking for the approach to runway 24 right.
Easy 688, Barcelona radar contact, descent level 130, you are clear for the command to Whiskey arrival, clear for the Charlie Lima Echo to Whiskey transition, proceed direct Bravo Lima 443.
Alright, so this is the mountain. 2000.
And descending down to flight level 130 for EC688, thank you.
And just a little bit clear of the mountain there.
Direct Bravo Lima 443, please.
Let's set 178.
Direct Bravo Lima 433. Bravo
Lima 443.
Bravo Lima 443. I'm running off of an INS at the moment, so bear with me while I get that.
Check, 1000 to level.
Iberia 007, Barcelona 132,355. Iberia 007, 132,355.
And then 283. Should have a city there on our right hand side.
For Delta, clear for Hulos and for the LX for 24 right.
Sir, please pay attention. Bravo Lima 440, clear for the Rulos to Whiskey transition.
Clear Whiskey transition, Hulos for the 24 right.
Bravo Lima 440.
Oops, sorry. Need to keep climbing. Took the power a bit too much out.
Barcelona approach,
Euro-Atlantic to Yankee X-ray.
Oh, we're Atlantic. Nice.
Ready at the K4 Delta, please confirm.
500 to level.
Direct Bravo Lima 440.
283.
Italia 3 for Delta, direct to Huros.
Direct Bravo Lima 440. Bravo Lima 440, sir.
Bravo Lima 440. Italia 3 for Delta, sorry.
Oh boy, did we pass it already? I believe we passed it already. There's 3,500.
Your Atlantic, your Atlantic to Yankee X-ray Barcelona radar contact is under level 9R0. Proceed direct to Lesba. Expect ILS approach with 249 Barcelona.
We should have a train track. Let's see, I'm still flying manually. That's a train track. And... no, I think we're fine. Okay. First one approach, bird 1, we're approaching CR2 waypoint at 3,500, request IFA clearance.
Bird 1, you cleared the destination as filed. The flight plan started at 1643. Climb please altitude 6,000 feet, proceed direct EVO.
6,000 feet, proceed direct EVO, can please say against squawk for bird 1. I think we need a headset. We have a headset. Yeah, we have a headset here. Oh yes, much better. Okay, so as he gave us a clearance, we can climb to 6,000. Gonna put power in, start climbing, and we will be intercepting first the radial. So let's go. Flight director's on. Let's go. Heading. Actually climb. Altitude selection. Yacht Emperor. Autopilot.
After Bravo Lima 440, proceed direct Stebla. After Bravo Lima 440, proceed direct Stebla.
Now I can get more power.
3,000 before, after, sorry.
We've got heading, autopilot, Yacht Emperor. I just don't see the altitude selection though. Altitude armed, 6,000. Okay. Now yes. Now we got it. Daifuku, clouds ahead. It will 0012 for bird 1. 0012. What an interesting squawk. 1,002 level.
6,1010, for 810 November.
Oh, what a lovely view. Now, we do have weather radar on this airplane right now. And we can switch it over if we switch on these options right here. Essentially, you have 5 ND options. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, which I prefer the most, because it's the conventional HSI and the most useful. And then, if you switch the next two ones, they are essentially the same first two, but you have this yellow T icon, which means weather radar. And there you go, weather radar. And you have your range as well, so you can zoom in or out, like that, which is very, very useful. But for now, we don't have anything, so I'll just fly like that. There are 6,000. I'm gonna decrease the props a little bit.
3,500 speed at 480 November.
1,600. There we go. So this way we fly fast but save some fuel as well. Recognition is on, 6,000 feet is good. Transponder is set, everything is good. Needle is alive. I want to check the outside view. Climbing for level 100, bird 1. Very good, let's hit nav. And set flight level 100, props forward. Hit climb. And power.
Atlantic to Yankee X-ray, proceed direct Tebla, descent altitude 4000 feet, GNS 1010.
Sync the heading.
GNS 1010, direct Tebla.
And QNH 1013 is set here. 1013 is set here. Very good. More torque. Climbing nicely.
Proceed direct Tebla, clear the LS approach and with your flight. Report established.
And now we need to monitor. We have to fly 27 miles outbound, so we are on 13.8. Don't get confused with the pre-selected course right there, because right now it's being referenced to the same VOR. That is why we have the blue deviation line, or deflection. No, wait. The blue offset line to the right, well, actually the one we need is on the left. So, yeah. Ludo Kerman, why is your GNS off? Because I don't need it. I'm flying conventional, and we simply don't need it. But I can switch it on. Killer is having the right answer. 1000 to level.
Descent altitude 3000 feet after Tebla, clear the LS approach and with your flight.
Andrew, I always wanted to try the Sin 90, but I never understand how to use those avionics. Andrew, I think I have a very nice tutorial that I made explaining all the avionics, explaining all the airplane, how it works, what you need to do, in what order, what's important, what not. But it's not complicated, believe me. It looks complicated, but once you understand it, it's just second nature. Essentially, it's a simplified G1000, but in certain ways simpler. Alright, let's make it 1000. Climbing for level 190, bird 1. Alright, 190, set, climb, props forward, power in, recognition lights off, watching that torque, and away we go. 90 miles, 1827. Sync the heading. Okay, what else do I mean? Ludo Kerman, you have the same issue as me, the squares are blurry. Do you know why? Explain essentially, and we don't have a very powerful computer probably. So, I believe we cannot put too much on the graphics card. Daifuku, this is much better if you have a macro keypad to program all the functions worth the effort to learn them. Absolutely agree, Daifuku is saying the right thing. And Ludo Kerman, what hardware are you using to control your heading bug and other autopilot stuff? Keyboard. My normal keyboard. I just keybinded everything. You're quite high on the volume there. So actually on the video that I did with the GNS version, I specifically write the list of the keybinds that are good to have assigned. By the way, check this out, we're almost full payload, climbing 2,000 feet a minute. Very cool. Outside view. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Wait, I need to take pictures. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, look at the colors, and this livery fits perfectly. Ah, so good. Alright, 23.4 miles. Here's what I'll do. I'll stick to heading. I'll go heading. I will do switch over. Now it's switched over the pre-selected course. However, we need to switch the right frequency. So now we'll switch to Barcelona. And as you can see, we are coming along nicely into the airway. So now we just need to intercept that. 132.355, bird 1, bye-bye. 132.355. And switched over. I just switched it over through the X-plane menu.
Negative, sir. We request climb flight level 370.
That's a Portuguese guy.
Yeah, Postman 0165, climb level 370. 370, 065, everything you. Bravo 7, my X-ray, the same flight level 200.
This is flight level 200, Bravo 7, Mike X-ray.
Euro winds for Bravo.
I cannot step in.
Set the squad to 6221.
Squad 2661, earrings for Bravo.
And squad 6221.
Squad 6221, earrings for Bravo.
Barcelona Control, very good evening. Bird 1 is passing flight level 166, climbing 190, inbound VBOC.
Bird 1, hello, Axel identify, climb level 220.
Climbing flight level 220, Bird 1.
Barcelona Control, building 2695 at Valencia Airport.
Alright, adjust the torque a tiny bit. Pressurization is looking good.
Clear to Ibiza Airport. Ascend to Alpha. The initial climb is 6,000.
Let's go nav.
Squawk 62.
Nav is armed, VOR active. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Okay. Andy, is it possible to fly full IFR without GNS G1000 turned on? Yep. I mean, I'm doing it.
123.8,
Passing 18,000. As you can see now, we're limited by ITT. If I add more torque, because torque decreases with altitude, I'm gonna exceed the ITT, so this is gonna be the maximum we can go. Now we should start to intercept. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. There is definitely some weather ahead. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this color. I love it. I absolutely love it. Alright, sync the heading. Looks like there's a fair amount of wind. We can also have that information right here. Yeah, 68 knots. Oof, this is gonna hurt. Floppo! Hey dude, great to see you here. How are you? Ludo Kerman. No, I'm talking about the weather radar. Yes, that's on my keyboard as well. So this is like I'm doing shift dot to one side and shift dot to another side, because essentially you're just turning this key right here. Wait, let me do it like that. See? So this is one of the keys. Then I have this key here. Estimated time. No, wait, this is time to go? I think time to go, wind, ground speed. So, I want to have the wind. And then this is the pre-select, active, and transfer. So it's all on the keyboard, it's all on the video. 1002 level. One thing I forgot to do was to switch on the windshield anti-ice. That was my mistake.
Alpine 38 Romeo Foxtrot radar contact, climb level 380.
380 Alpha 380 Romeo Function.
Ah! Okay, Ludo, Kerman, yes, but look at on your NT1 on map plus weather radar, there's some blurry square texture. You mean this thing here? Oh, perhaps that's a bug? I think that's a bug. I believe that's a bug. Timer, that's timer.
for Bravo when ready, the same flight level 200.
That's decision height. Yeah, I don't think you can actually change those. Okay, I'm gonna report this to the devs. Well catched, Little Kerman. Well catched. That's, I mean, I just don't use it very frequently. Let me just take a picture. And I'm gonna send this to the developers right now. But I believe this is an explained thing.
531 at stand 690 in Ibiza, requesting IFA clearance to measured.
Iberia 531 Barcelona control. Right, clearance on request at number 1, standby.
We'll fly like that for now. Look at those clouds. Amazing. Alright, let's start to reduce the props slowly, very slowly. Torque is going to increase. ITT should decrease very slowly. As 1,600, and let's tune this down to about 1,300. Prop sync is going to be on. Very good. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Ludo, for noticing this. Daifuku, ATC is non-English. Give the flight a cool foreign vibe. That's true. Shiny aircraft, absolutely, and some nice clouds ahead. Oh my god, look at this. Doesn't it look cool? It looks absolutely stunning. Oh my god, yes, please. Lovely. Okay. Now we need to remember that we're still flying the plane, and we are 43 miles away. We have 160 miles to Pamplona. So I need to set up Pamplona already, 112.3. So let's set that up, 112.3, 112.3, and we're gonna have it on nav 2. Let's see, it looks like we are already catching it, which is pretty good. We're gonna switch halfway. So it sounds good to me. Alright, let's see here the pressurization, differential pressurization. Oh, it's quite high. Oi, oi. Interesting, we're at 2.2. Let's add more. We'll increase now, the differential should decrease. That was right on the limit. Yeah. No worries, I don't know if there's some precipitations on the weather radar look blurry at those squares. No, I think that's... You know what's that? I'm pretty sure. That is, if you come here to your GPS and we zoom out a little bit, see these icons that represent airports, VORs and so on, because you have the range. Let me switch over. So I do this, let's say weather radar for instance, or this one. If now I zoom out, see these are airports, VORs and so on, and they are just not loading up very well. So this is just, yeah, let me take another picture right here, because this is definitely something to be checked here. Well, so far at least I don't see any returns on the weather radar, so I'm just gonna keep flying.
Good afternoon, at Alicante with PTC 011, information Golf, requesting pushback.
Very good. Sync crash flyer 297 is explained, 13.3 finally out. No, not yet. Not yet. Our ground speed sucks though. Let me switch this off, we don't need the GPS here. We can have our ground speed right here on the indication. Not that bad. 193. Let me see. Now I just want to confirm if this is actually reading somewhat well. Yeah, 193. So this is a very interesting thing, because we are flying to or from the VOR. The DME essentially can make a calculation based on your rate of distance change. So it calculates your distance. So if you would fly absolutely perpendicular or parallel, I would say, wait, perpendicular. Let's whatever. Let's say we fly a DME arc on the VOR. The ground speed reading right here would be 0. And that's pretty interesting. Alright, everything looks good. Power is good. Speed is good. 193 is not that bad. 53 miles out of Barcelona. And I'd love to get a reading on nav2. So 99 miles, I believe this is nav2, right? Yeah, I believe so. 99 miles. But it's kind of fixed. So perhaps the distance is not yet reading. Let's check here. Yeah, 135.7. Why is that showing then? 99 miles. Interesting. Doesn't matter. 135 miles from Pamplona. Once these distances equal on both sides, we're going to switch over and fly direct to Pamplona. And then, let me see, do we have any ATC in Pamplona? No. Right now, no. But we have somebody flying there. And he's flying at an SF-50, and he's doing the approach that we are doing. Very interesting. Oh, never mind. Madrid just came in, or whatever this is. What is this? This is Madrid control. Wow. So we're gonna have a full ATC coverage. Very nice. Very, very nice. I was actually worried that we would not climb to flight level 220, but the airplane went just fine. And let me add just a tiny bit more torque, so we can fly just a tiny bit faster. Fuel flow is pretty good. Got about 250 pounds per hour, so that's roughly 500 pounds per hour. That is 226 kilos per hour. Now, what apart with something like 700, so we still have plenty.
Squawk 5606. Squawk 5606, Alpine Forfait Echo Quebec. Which Malta, Uniform Romeo, identify the same flight level 200, clear beast bar 2 whiskey, expect the Alice Zulu 24 right.
And I can close the charts, by the way. Now, regarding the weather in Spain, I wanted to show you guys this. This. So this is the Met Office website. This is like the weather office from the UK. Supposedly very, very good. And they do these kinds of charts that everyone uses basically in Europe. So you can watch this. You can just let me just check something. Yeah, the volume doesn't work. I'd love to lower the volume of the comms. That's better. I'll leave it there. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So here they write these surface pressure charts, and essentially what you have here is all the frontal activity. So you can see where different masses of air collide, and that can create these different kinds of weather. So for instance, the blue lines right here, these sharp blue lines, are called fronts. The red ones with the half circles are warm fronts. The pink ones that have both the circle and the sharp point, the triangle, are occluded fronts. So what you can see here, this is for 12 UTC of today. We had some pretty interesting weather crossing right here where I live, and Spain as well. And most of the times when you have frontal activity, you do have some kind of weather. Now, we are on top side of this. This is why we're kind of in the warm front area, and this is why the weather so far is pretty okay-ish. And the tendency is it to get better. If I move it forward, we can see that the fronts kind of move, but at the same time you have a dying cold front on the top side there, so there will be still a lot of weather. And funny thing, guys, frontal activity, these kinds of fronts, can actually be seen if you open windy and you check the surface winds. You will be able to see exactly where the front touches the ground. You want a proof? Let's come here, let's go open windy. Let me put the weather. The wind, and check it out, especially over the water. It is very, very noticeable. You can see this change of wind direction. This is where the front was. If I move it back, it was even more pronounced. I mean, I think I even took a picture. It was like very, very pronounced, and it goes up there. You can see it right there as well. So, this is pretty cool. Very, very nice. And if we turn on the weather radar, from now, this is where we're flying. All the weather. So we will be flying all the way to Pamplona. Pamplona seems to be clearing up. Off to Valladolid. Probably will be clearing up, we'll see. But I'd love to catch up some weather. So far it's been pretty soft. Anyways, we're still enjoying. I hope you're enjoying at least. I was just not expecting, to be fair, this kind of weather. Which is kind of stupid because the winds usually go from west to east. And I decided to fly the opposite way. Which is not very smart. If we go here into a higher altitude, you can immediately see the winds going, and there's the jet stream. So that was not a very smart decision from my side. If I would have picked from Valladolid to Pamplona and then from Pamplona to, I don't know, maybe we could have gone to Girona, that would be still better. So, but yeah, there's so much regarding weather you can know, you can check, you can learn, which is really, really cool. Ah, wait, sorry. Stupid me, I disabled the live. Here we go. This is what I was showing. And the jet stream was up there. That's the jet stream, look at that. 113 knots. Yeah, you can see all the winds, even at 6,000 feet all the winds go into that direction. But it is okay, at least we have some time to think. Right, I believe the last flight with it into Lugano, I felt like I had some difficulties because it was so much. I was worried about explaining you guys everything correctly. 120, and we got 80 miles effectively from Barcelona. Let's add a little bit more torque, because I can do it. And let's start analyzing everything while we have the time. Because the weather apparently is becoming better, 3205, broken 4500, the minimus are at 3850. So yeah, I believe we could do this. Let's do this, the VOR Bravo approach into Pamplona. So, we're flying inbound, 112.3. I need to see, probably I'd like to do a hold here, at least one. This is a direct entry hold, in my opinion, because the outbound is 026, will be fine. Depending on 026 falls right here, the hold is right turns, so right turns from here, plus 70. I mean, we could either direct or we could do an offset. I could do a direct entry. I will do direct entry. 0 to 6 outbound till 5, then inbound on 206, overfly the VOR, then outbound till 4. Now we have to be here 6,000 feet. As we pass outbound, descend to 5,000 feet, then to 4,500 feet, 7.7. Turn left, maximum 185, this is important. And we intercepted 6 DMA of Pamplona South, 113.5. We continued 4,500, right? 4,500, never mind. Yeah, 4,500 from 6, then descend to 4,300 and 1 mile from the VOR. That's our final approach fix. We're going to start a descent down to the minimum descent altitude. Our category is, I believe this is Bravo, so 3,850. This airplane does not have a Barrow minimus callouts, just a decision height based on radio altimeter. So we're gonna have to memorize that one. 3,850 MDA. So we have to call about at least 90. 3,890 feet. Sounds good. Visibility is fine. Circle to land not authorized. We don't bother. And essentially we fly a little bit straight ahead and then to the left, continuing the approach. In case you got missed, we climb on the radial 032, so it's the same outbound to 8 DME Pamplona South, then climbing, turn left, max 185 direct to Pamplona VOR and join holding, the same holding we did before at 6,000. Oh my god, guys. I forgot to switch on the bloody screen. I was showing everything.
Visual aircraft Barcelona is closing now. On time is 1713. Monitor the advisory 122 decimal 8. Unas aeronaves en frecuencia Barcelona acercando en este momento. Para que la frecuencia 22.8. Hasta luego.
Buenas noches.
Hello, buen fin de. Bye.
Alright, and over to Unicom we go. Next is gonna be Madrid. Ground speed is 206. The wind is not very cool. Never mind us. That's fine. Okay, so guys, do you want me to repeat again what we're gonna be doing? Very quickly, down to 6,000 over Pamplona, direct entry via the right, 0 to 6 outbound to 5, then inbound 206, overfly the VOR outbound, descent to 5,000 till 4. Then we do have a couple of indications here for this outbound. Max 185, max 160, 203. I'm gonna go for the 208. Max 185, this is gonna give us the maximum flexibility. Descent to 5 until 4, then 7.7, 4.5 thousand. Left-hand turn, inbound 029 into the Pamplona South. Descent to 4,300 until 1 mile, and then we start the normal descent until the minimus, which are going to be 3,850 plus 40 for operational reasons. And then we continue straight ahead. Missed approach point is right here, 2 miles from the VOR. So if you don't see the runway 2 miles from the VOR, we're going to continue climbing on 032 outbound until 8 to 6,000, then direct to the Pamplona and hold there. Give yourself a speaking break. It's good. I mean, it's good to have the mental picture right. Okay, let's see. 97, 93 to Pamplona. So let's sync the heading. Heading mode, switch over, 12.3, should be more or less the same, should be more or less the same. Under 6, let's go nav. Airplane will do a little bit of hunting, and we will continue there. Very good, so we are 98 miles from Pamplona. 98, Jesus Christ, 91. I saw the 0.8. So 91 miles from there. We want to be at 6,000 feet. We're 22. Let's make a very quick calculation for our descent. So 22 minus 6 is going to be 16. 16 times 3 is going to be 48. Yep, 48. And because this is a king air and we have a bunch of wind, like a really bunch of wind, headwind, I'm going to cut this down to 40 miles. So we're going to start a very shallow descent 40 miles out into the VOR. So that seems good. Let me see if I can see anything on the weather radar. Oh, look. There is something on the weather radar. I'd love to get these icons off, but yeah, there definitely is something on the weather radar. Very, very cool. Alright, I can sync the heading again. Catched up the VOR, that seems good. Ludo Kerman, have you tried JetFlight PA-28 Archer 3 or Aero 3 Turbo? No, I haven't. At this moment, to be fair, I barely have any money. That's the honest answer. And I mean, barely have any money for normal life. I'm not dying, I'm not anything. It's alright. I won't be living on the street, don't worry about it. But right now it's been a difficult month. The expenses from the car and so on have not been easy, so it's a little bit hard. So I've not been purchasing any airplanes. However, this is probably Madrid. Yep, 132980. Let's go. And I'll set the Unicom there. Madrid Control, very good evening. This is Bird 1, flight level 220, inbound Pamplona if you are. Oh, I love silence. So yes, I was saying I did not purchase any airplanes. So I haven't purchased any airplanes specifically. But once I get something from YouTube, I will. Oh, look at that! Bombasso gifted 5 passes for the subscribers. Thank you so much, man, for the support. Everybody who received the boarding pass, please say thank you to Bombasso. Thank you so much, dude. Madrid Control, very good evening. Bird 1, how do you read?
Bird 1, Madrid Control, 555. Hello, radar contact.
Alright. 5x5 as well, just tuning in, flight level 220 and proceeding inbound Pamplona VOR, Bird 1.
Bird 1, roger that. Expect the RMP Sul approach for runway 33, let me know when you're ready to descend.
And would like to request VOR Bravo approach into runway 33, Bird 1.
VR1, expect VR Bravo approach now.
Expecting VOR Bravo approach, Bird 1, and we will be descending in 37 miles, Bird 1. So everybody who received the boarding pass, please say thank you to Bombasso. Thank you so much, dude. That is Compacted, Kevin, Maldo, Naldo, 3 Jets in Pilot, Titus Leo, and Cockpit Lyrics. Welcome everybody. Speaking of that, remember guys I spoke about the fact that my flight school was receiving a new airplane? So it was a full day. I drove a lot. I flew that day. I flew for 3 hours and 5 minutes. The flight time very good. And then we did the photo and video coverage of the arrival of the airplane. That was really cool as well. So I've got some videos for you. That was a very interesting day. I have to edit that, and I have to publish it for you. I also have a second video coming up, which is a little bit more of the normal stuff. That's when I overflew the highest point of continental Portugal. It's like a mountain, doesn't look incredibly big. It's not even close to Alps, Pyrenees, or anything else. So, so that's yeah. I have to post some content for you guys. Thank you so much. Cooler. Food is less important than virtual aircraft. It depends. It depends on what type of food, you know. Sinclair, speaking of cars, is yours reliable now? No smoke and so? Yes, so the smoke, that smoke, it is actually normal. It is like a proper system that is supposed to clean up your particles filter by injecting diesel into your exhaust, and once it does that, the diesel kind of like evaporates, whatever, and what you see is water vapor from the fuel, because there is still some water vapor, and that's why it looks like white smoke. So it is still weird seeing it sometimes, but I haven't seen it for like, I don't know, maybe a week or so. But if I drive a little bit more in the city, you know, the city driving is not very good for diesel cars. Once I get the engine to temperatures and I go into the highway or something, that's when I see a couple of puffs. It's literally like it puffs once, then twice, and then kind of just works normally. My assumption is the previous owner, he told me he basically drove that car in the city, so the car never really had a big chance of getting to temperature, nor it had like continuous working, and that I think that was not very good for the engine. So probably all the system was very dirty, so it took a lot of like cleaning cycles to properly regenerate everything. Oh, Lisbon is online, cool. So yeah, that's pretty. But so far it's been great. Mileage has been good. I'm quite happy with it. Very comfortable. The only thing I don't understand, and guys, if some of you drives and notices this, so I refuel my car at Repsol. This is like a brand of a fuel station, and they are pretty good, pretty decent. Everybody speaks quite well about them. And my friend, he's a mechanic, he told me like go to BP once because the fuel is a little bit better. And of course BP is a lot more expensive, at least here it's like 15 cents probably more expensive than Repsol, or even more. So I of course didn't want to, but ended up going there. And I refueled 28 liters, which is roughly half a tank, because the tank has a 60-liter capacity, sorry. And we drove quite more. I mean, like the needle, the fuel needle, usually starts to move when we drive for about 150 kilometers to 160. And Alexis Bernardo, thank you so much for joining the channel. Welcome. And when I had that half tank filled up with the BP fuel, we drove for 170 something, like close to 180. And it was such a difference. And also the car did not puff a single time. So I mean, I have no idea if that's linked or not. Oh, looks like we're coming into the weather, but we're not going to catch it up. That's 160 miles away. That's 80 miles, 40 miles. Yeah, so the weather in Pamplona is going to be actually pretty okay. Although I can see some rain still appearing, but we'll see. Anyway, so does anyone has like this experience or this feeling that the difference is this big? Because I mean, just it's from 150 to 180. That's like 30 kilometers. And I just filled it normal, so when it just stopped, like, when it stops that dink, that's when I stopped the filling. I think also the fuel consumption was a little bit better. So, but I don't know again. I don't know. But that was really interesting.
Bird 1, when ready, descend at your own discretion, flight level 100.
When ready at our discretion, descend flight level 100, Bird 1.
Madrid,
Can you hear the ATC fine? But I could just click here and scroll by thousands, but we're gonna leave it that way. Same, wait. Little Carbon. Well, okay, by the way, are you using SimBrief to create conventional routes? Yes and no. So what I usually do is I go into SimBrief, I check out by going down here into the route. I mean, I would have to go edit flight. I mean, I can actually do this because we will be flying from Pamplona to Valladolid, and we will be Bird 2. And I come here, down here to route calculator, and I put legacy, calculate, and it gives you the VOR routes. However, not always does it give you the right VORs, not always does it give you the right waypoints. Was it for me? I don't think that was for us. I heard 6-5. So for instance, this departure right here, it did not have the Sabadell, did not have the VBOC, it just put some VORs in the middle, and it didn't really account for all of these routes. So I had to do it myself. So the same thing we're going to do in the next, like, okay, we fly to Valladolid, for instance, we're going to depart, we depart via Pamplona, probably, fly to Domingo, from Domingo we fly to Tabanera. But, yeah, the way it calculates it, it's not amazing, so... Pamplona, Nan, Noob, so let's copy this. Not well. Pamplona, Logrono. Let's put this here, Domingo. Robert Nielsen has subscribed, thank you so much for joining the channel, welcome.
Romeo Bravo, Oscar for Romeo, Robertillo for Romeo.
And we are 6 miles from our descent. Daifuku, how many hours do you have in total? In real life? To be very honest, I don't know. Probably close to 150. Synchronous fire. Normally the fuel is standardized to certain norms. I would say there is no deviation, it's just the additives that are added by different manufacturers. Yes, I know. I absolutely know, but it looks like whatever they put there on BP, for whatever reason, it burns better, it cleans better, the engine, and so on. And I just wanted to, like, hear opinions, because when I go into the internet, some people say that, oh yeah, you just have to fill with the better fuel because it prolongs the, I mean, it cleans the injectors, it cleans the engine, it cleans the exhaust, it cleans basically the filter as well, the particle filter. So it does a lot of good stuff, not only like the fuel, and your car can last longer, which is really cool. So, I mean, yeah, and I went into BP and I was like, okay, this is half a tank, but it made a lot of difference. Like, a lot of difference. Daifuku, it might have been the wind, it makes a big difference. Like with aircraft. The wind. You see, the thing is, I don't think it was the wind, because I drove that car for like, I believe like 80 or 90 kilometers, and there's 40 miles. Let's start the descent. Let's do a vertical descent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. decrease the power a tiny bit. Now, something that was said in the manual is that you have to keep 75% of turbine N1, so RPM, in order for the airplane to comply with the pressurization schedule. Sorry, that was a bit too much. We need to do like minus 1,000. There we go. That's better.
Volkswagen 1 to Chimney Control, hello, Squawk 6205.
Squawk 6205, Outback 122.
Volotea 699 November Yankee.
So I did not feel any changes in power. It was just the smoothness, I think. Smoothness and fuel consumption. Ah, and speaking of wind. So, we drove this car, I don't know how many kilometers exactly, but I'm probably close to 30 kilometers in the city, which was more than the first time when I literally refueled the car and I did 150 kilometers with it, and that's when the needle moved. So this one, we had the city driving, then I drove for 50 kilometers to like a nearby lake, and then when I was doing like the normal trip, I decided not to refuel because it still had enough. That's when the consumption was still better. So, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm totally happy. Alright, 1,500 is gonna be our landing altitude. So we're gonna do like this. I believe it's 500 above, so 2,000, that's what we'll set. And it's getting late. It's getting late. We're gonna have to rush the G1000 flight. At least it has the G1000. And speaking of that, altitude selection, please. Altitude armed, because that was not armed. Outside our temps minus 17, we will probably need some anti-icing on this. Perhaps. Perhaps. I mean, weather radar doesn't show anything, so that's good. We'll see. And Ludo, yes, some fuel are better than others. Well, I guess so. The thing is, I'd love to get always the performance of fuel consumption that I was getting with the BP fuel. However, it is quite more expensive, and I'm not sure if it pays off. I need to make the calculations, but we'll see. Crash Fire, did you try Shell V-Power Diesel? This makes a lot more power. The car is 10 kilometers faster on this stuff. No. In fact, I've seen like one time only Shell, the Shell fueling station here in Portugal. I don't think they're very popular here. So, no, I haven't. We have BP, Repsol, Galp, which is the Portuguese one. Pri, which is like a low cost, and I'm missing one, I'm pretty sure. Cepsa, which is Cepsa, that's a Spanish one, and then there are some like smaller ones, but Shell I think it's not very popular. I know close to Lisbon there are some, but yeah, this weather's looking lovely weather, and we need to keep the power. Keep the speed, 25 miles out, 17. So
Del Volotea 3575, ¿alguna posibilidad de proceder directo al Dirsa por tormenta?
Volotea 3575, ¿podría darme en todo caso 120 grados a la izquierda? ¿Cuánto necesita?
Sí, con un heading de 050 así nos plantea.
yes, it's gonna be direct entry. Direct entry for the hold. And then we're gonna be established on the outbound. 206, 208. Speaking of stuff, we need to put 113.55, which is Pamplona South. Right now, 113.55. I flew the 720 yesterday at night, like it was super late, but I wanted to fly something, and I was just in my head messing up, like, am I on nav 1 or nav 2 autopilot? But this airplane just has nav 1, so whatever you're flying, it's on this side. Very cool. Man, I missed flying this airplane. This is such a nice airplane. Such a nice airplane. It's very funny because he just said the Pinar approach, I think, or fly direct to that waypoint, because there is that waypoint in Spain, and it's called so because Pinar in Spanish means a small forest. Like they have like a small forest. I believe it was something for the king, whatever. If you pass close to Madrid, you can see it there, and there's this waypoint. But in Portuguese, the way they write it, it means something extremely inappropriate.
One descent altitude 4,500 feet, QNH 1016, clear view a Bravo approach runway 2, correction, runway
33. A clear view, our Bravo approach will be descending to 4,500 feet, Bird 1. And if possible, we'd like to do one holding over the Papa November for IFR training, Bird 1.
Bird 1, no traffic spotted in the area, approved as requested.
Approved as requested. We will be descending then to 6,000 feet and do one hold. After we complete the hold, we will proceed into the VR Bravo. I'll call back Bird 1. Thank you very much.
Spanish 2345, monitor Nikon 122.
Poor ATC, he's like, who is this guy, man? What is he doing? Why is he doing this to me?
Clear ILS, full approach runway 32, right report established.
Alright, because we can do the hold, we can do it. Daifuku Pinar is a pine tree forest in Spanish, exactly. I just googled the Portuguese meaning. Don't do it. I mean, in Portuguese it's not very far. It's Pinhal with the L, and it's pronounced slightly different, but the idea is the same. However, if you pronounce the word like it is written in Spanish, that has a different a different meaning. So yeah, extremely important conversations here. Alright, so we're clear to descend to 6,000 feet. Transition altitude is 6,000. Transition level is 70 then. So we can go QNH 1016. Let's do it. 016.
Radio for Romeo departure runway 36 right.
Set.
Radio for Romeo 36 right here.
And max 210 knots. Let's start to reduce some power. Get a bit down lower. -7 on the temperature. Let me put prop anti-ice on, because these clouds are looking dark. They're looking dark, and our panel is looking a little bit too bright. I'd love to switch it off. A little bit panel, side panel lights. How about that? Nope. Overhead flood, maybe this one? No? Noise instrument direct lights. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay, so I want it slightly... Yes, like that. A lot better. 5 miles to go. Let's go. Heading sync. Heading mode. Pre-select 206. And now, just because I'm lazy, I'm going to pre-select 208 on the other one, so, so I don't forget. So let's go. Pre-select VOR. Let's do 208. 208. Done. Back to active. And now I just need to pass the VOR. I need to wait for the needles to switch off. Approaching 10,000. Hey guys, wait. Hey guys, we're gonna be landing in about 5 minutes. Probably could get them some lights, right? At least like that. Alright, it was 2.6 miles. This is 2, I need 1.6 miles from Pamplona. Actually, I have it here, so let me leave this on the other one. Past 10,000 feet, recognition lights on, tail and flood on. It's -4. I'll still leave the prop on. There goes the needle, so we're passing the station. We will be joining the hold now. I'm gonna just wait just a tiny bit more. And now the wind is coming from there. Let's do 026, but because the wind is there, I'm gonna go 020, which is gonna be probably not that much. And we have to do it until 5. Until 5. Oh, we're quite high still. Checked. That's the gear. So until 5 we fly in this one. That's good. Daifuku wipers on maybe. No, I don't think we need them right now. But I'm extremely happy because this is exactly what I wanted. Also, I don't want the wipers because they will be doing this extremely fast, and I don't even see any rain, so it's totally fine. I'll try to keep the torque above 400 so the ignition is not on continuously. We are 1,000 to level. Let's decrease the vertical speed a tiny bit. So the level off will be a little bit smoother, and we get a lower speed as well with our torque. 4.3 miles. So why are we doing this? Why are we not proceeding straight from the VOR? Because, by the rules, you cannot do it like that. You have to have a certain maximum intercept angle, and for the initial approach fix, which the VOR is, it is 60 degrees offset to both sides, so we were not within 60 degrees. Correction, 55 degrees, we were not within that 55 degrees, so we have to do it. And I missed the 5 miles of the turn, but I'm gonna catch it up now. Decreasing the speed a bit more.
Control, hello, squawk 6226. Squawking 6226, kind of 179.
1,000 to go. Altitude is armed. Very important, guys. If you don't arm your altitude, you will pass through. And it's not nice. I'm slowing down on purpose because the wind was pushing us to the side of the intercept. And that's very important. There we go. See, it's already alive. I'm gonna put nav mode in.
You're clear to Porto Asphalt by the Bardi 7 Lima departure, squawk 6235.
Not bad so far. Pretty good, in fact.
Copy, cleared.
That's very good.
Porto, squawk 6235.
That's very good. I'm gonna send, if this approach ends up nice, I'm gonna send this picture to my instrument rating instructors. Alright, look at that! Oh my god, yes please. Okay. Now slow on the power. Speed is good. Have 5 miles on the inbound. Let the airplane stabilize itself. Heading sync. I believe I had a button for editing sync, I just don't remember which one it is. A bit of turbulence. 3 degree. I'm gonna put prop anti-ice off. Don't need that. Next altitude is gonna be for correction 5000.
122.8, bye bye, thank you.
3 miles to go. It's checked. Maintaining myself below 180 knots.
Speed 200 until established, Area 51.
Alright, about 1 mile, 1.7 miles to go, so let's go heading mode. Switch to the active. There is 2.8, so I'll just fly outbound and we'll go into it and intercept. Checked, let's wait until we pass the VOR. Once that starts to decrease, that's when I'll apply the vertical speed and start descent. There we go, we're passing the VOR, there's the needle. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out selection. Oh, yeah, sorry. Vertical speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go nav mode. 5 seems too much.
If you can just reconnect really quickly, that would be amazing.
Altitude is armed. Watch out the power. We were accelerating there. And now we need to go until 4. We have to be at 5. From 4 to 7.7 need to descend 2 to 4,500. Here I'm showing you again what I'm doing. No cheating with the airplane position over the chart. And we are deep IMC right now. Now again, let's pre-select the other course. Pre-select VOR. It's gonna be 0 to 8. Correction, 0 to 9. 0 to 9 is pre-selected. Back to the active. There we go, 5,000 feet. Past 4. Let's go down to 4,000. 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. And break out. Very nice.
5162, thanks for the information. Taxi by Delta Sierra Mike holding point.
One more.
Roger, taxi via Delta Sierra Mike, hold point Yankee 2, runway 36, right, planning 5162.
Alright, we are almost 1 mile, so let me switch this back to Pamplona, because right now we will be switching to 1335. This one is going to go to 12.3. And let's switch over. Oh, I forgot to switch heading mode. 7.7, there we go, right hand turn. Power. Turn inbound, and it's 6. We're gonna start the descent to 4,300. Very useful descent. Oh, did I just see some lightning? That was some lightning, I think. I'm pretty sure that was some lightning. That was not the,
Station checking in, second call sign.
that was definitely not the, the strobe lights.
Control, hello, radar contact, level 350.
Alright, I'm gonna keep this intercept heading.
Top 1220, ready for pushback and start. Tab 1220, push yourself approved, facing south, QNH 1014.
And switch to the active, by the way.
014 and facing south, 1220.
Fantastic. Arm nav mode.
Mario. Portugal 29 Emirates Control, we got a contact level 350. The other station calling second.
Very good, intercepting. Almost at 6.
Última estación llamando, repita. Iberia 6831, Madrid, repita porfa.
And there we go, past 6. Let's go. Vertical speed, 1, 2, 3. Altitude selection. It's a very minimal descent. And now we maintain 4,300 until 1 mile. From there we start our descent. And it's gonna be basically like that. Heading sync. Power is good, everything's good. Alright, I'm gonna switch on the engine anti-ice. For the ground. Almost leveling off. Minimus is 3,890. 3,890. Okay, there we go, leveling off now. Maintaining the power. Outbound is going to be 032. That's pre-selected. 032. 032 is pre-selected. Sync crash flight, I have to leave you now. My flight is waiting. Work is calling. Have a safe landing. See you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sync crash flight and have a nice flight. We're gonna see you soon again. Speed is good. 1 mile to go. Let's go heading mode. I'm gonna select 038. That's switched. I want to fly manually this one. So 1 mile. Autopilot off. Let's start descent. Let's go. Flutter X is off. Whoa, there goes my there goes my stable approach. Now we're overflying the VOR. Keep the wings level, just keep that descending. Let's go props full forward. Now, because we put the props full forward, that adds a lot of drag. Wind is pushing us to the left as well, so I will keep on this heading for now in order to intercept nicely. But I don't want to add too much power, and I want to still have to descend. 3,850, which is past that. Oh no. Really? We don't have that. Okay, we don't... we reached the minimus. Going around then. And I think Madrid forgot about us. Let's start to climb. Power set. And we're climbing. Alright, let's get back to the automation. That was interesting. 6,000, let's go nav, out selection, climb, autopilot. Oh yes. Climb, nav, autopilot. Are you on? You're not on. Now you are. That happened very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay, so straight ahead until 8, climbing to 6. That's completed. I cannot speak, he's just non-stop talking. 1,000 to level. Madrid control bird 1 going around. We're climbing to 6,000 inbound. Pamplona VOR requesting ILS. X-ray running 15. Yeah, no.
Delta 149, Emirates Control, hello, Squawk 4406. Squawk 4406, now 1495. Roger Maroc 907.
I cannot open my mouth. Leveling off. Power is good. Let's reduce the props.
Liberia 431, wing calm, runway 32, right, clear to land.
Clear to land.
Almost at 8. Heading sync. Let's go heading. And I'm gonna enter the other hold into Pamplona. Now this one is gonna be an offset. Let's go left. Bird 1 affirmative, we called you. We're on a go around to climbing 6,000 inbound Pamplona. Would like to request the ILS X-ray runway 15.
Bird 1, clear ILS X-ray runway 15, the east vector, so can you guide yourself?
We can guide ourselves. We'll report established. ILS 15, Bird 1.
Roger, thank you. Break.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not bothered. Okay, let's go. 112.3. We need to fly inbound. Back to 112.3. This one seems like a good one. 6,000 it is. And let's go. Nav mode on. So, for this one, I'm actually going to put some decision height stuff here. So, why am I not able to select it? Okay, never mind. Let's go nav it. Inbound. We are 7 miles out. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. Very important. Yeah, he's quite busy, but he's doing a very good job. So it's totally fine. We did the go around from the VORB, Bravo, and effectively we have this holding right here. However, I'm not gonna do this holding. I'm gonna do this holding right here. So we're gonna overfly the station. We're gonna do a 30 degrees offset to this side here, turn left, and then turn inbound. This will set us up to again intercept the VOR and then fly outbound right here to the ILS. Now a couple of stuff. This is going to happen very quick. 201 plus 30 is going to be 231, right? So 231 is going to be the heading we need to fly as we pass outbound. So let me go ahead already and set heading 231 as we're going to be over flying outbound. Because we have quite a lot of wind, I'm actually even gonna go +5, just for the sake of it. From there, max 185, 358, outbound until 13, left-hand turn into the ILS. ILS is 109.7, 109.7, let's set that up. That is set, I'll leave the other one like that, which is totally fine. And right now the plane is flying good, everything is good. We still have plenty of fuel to play, so that's nice. I'm just, listen guys, this is what I do in my IFR training. This is actually super useful. Very cool. The difference is that I'm flying this at 150, 160 knots. And the only thing I've missed though is 5 miles as well. Minimum holding altitude 6,210. Okay, we're looking good. 1 mile to go. Temp is fine, everything is fine. 1.1 mile. Alright, let's see. And Bombasso has became a crew member, Jesus Christ. Sorry for that. Dude, thank you so much for your support and welcome to the crew. What can I say? There we go, we passed the VOR, switched to heading mode. Now I'm gonna put the inbound for the holding, which was 021. So 021 is set. Let's pre-select the outbound, which is going to be 358, so pre-select 358, set, that's done, and off we go. Now we're flying outbound on the right heading. We're going to fly till 5, then intercept this one, and then do the rest. Minimus, let me see, why wasn't I able to set the Minimus? Okay, 24. I believe I had a keybind for Minimus. Okay, this is going up. This is lights. No, this is zoom. Yeah, this is definitely zoom. Or can I? Okay, I'm gonna add more, and then I'm just gonna.
Yeah, we are here to build all the.
Whoops. Okay, I'm up to 69, not much. There we go. I want to set 250. There we go. 250. Oh, maybe it's like this? No? Okay. 5 miles. Turn inbound.
I'm level 310 for up 1220.
Route 69 November, Yankee, we are ready for the same.
Lane 5162, radar contact, climb level 340.
340, 5162.
Plotea 600 November, Yankee, clear, autorizado, Shonda 1, Quebec.
And once we do this, we can pre-select the ILS as well, the course for the localizer, because you can pre-select VOR and localizer separately. I mean, we could do it now even. So if I do this, see, I went to the pre-select, it became the dot on the lower part. Let me just adjust the heading a tiny bit more. If I hit enter once, it switches to localizer, and I can now set the localizer course, which is going to be 152. 152. Set. Now if I hit enter, we still have our previous VOR. Now I head back to the main, the active. There we go. And that is alive, I believe so. Yes, let's go nav mode armed. Next altitude is going to be 5,000. There's VOR. Sync the heading. Checked. Speed is good. Man, it actually became real dark. Let me see, do we have any ice on the wings? No. Okay, good. I'll actually maybe leave the lights on, because that looks kind of cool. Alright, still pretty windy. Let me see, what's the latest weather in Pamplona? Variable 1 knots. I mean, we can do the ILS. That was a good call from my side. I was not afraid of the 5 knots of tailwind that we had there. So, that was a good call. Heading sync. 3 miles to go. Are you guys bored of this? This is pretty interesting, at least to me, because this is what you have to learn in the real life. And this is what you will do at your flight school.
After Ruby, clear ILS will approach and with 3-2 right report established.
6,000 feet after Ruby, clear ILS on way 3 to right, Lunar 195.
Once we'll be 1 mile out, I'll switch to heading mode again, switch the course, and then we're gonna do the rest of the stuff. By the way, I want to see my track in VATSIM radar, because I hope, I really hope it is looking good. That's looking pretty decent. Yeah, it's looking decent. Alright, almost 1 mile to go. There's 1 mile, switch back to heading. Switch over for the outbound, 358. And once we're gonna start, the needles will start to move. I'm going to pull heading. There we go. Let's turn.
Point 737 in front of you, holding point 03.
To turn a little bit more to the left because of the wind and because we probably overshot just a tiny bit. Let's go vertical speed. 1, 2, 3. Wild selection to be at 5 until 8. Power is good. Need a little bit more of heading to the left. And I can arm nav mode. Very good.
Turn right, heading 200 degrees. EC5 Chip Papa, Maurice Control, radar contact.
Daifuku, I can't get enough. My brain always tries to catch up with your words. I hope I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to explain everything so you guys can learn as well and see all these things, because it is not complicated. Alright, let's see. Now, next one is going to be VOR, right? Not VOR, sorry, it's going to be ILS, but in case we go missed, we climb on runway heading to 1.6 of the localizer, that's on right, and we intercept radial 302 inbound Pamplona South VOR, so we actually will need the the other one, 13555. So I will have to pre-select that once we are on the ILS, okay? And because of that, let me already pre-select the course. Course is going to be 212 actually, 212. So let's set the course 212.
Sure, you can fly the reg Victor Juliet Foxtrot.
And pre-select 212. That is pre-selected. Now I'm going to switch this to localizer because this is what we need for the next one. Here's 5,000. We need to maintain 5,000 until 8. We're at 6 right now. Next is going to be 13. We can descend to 4,700. So I'm going to pre-select that. And that's going to be the altitude at which we're going to be intercepting the ILS. And that's when I will be switching the ILS on as well. And I will be switching over to Pamplona South 113.55. Speaking of which, we could go to the memory. Channel 1, let's go 113.55. I believe that's how you save it. So let's see. No. 113.55. No. God damn it. Wait, 5,000 it is. Okay. Fast 8. Let's go vertical speed. 1, 2, 3. Out selection. Wait, I forgot how to do it. My mistake. You have to press on store. So 113.55 store, and that's gonna be it, I believe now. No? Okay, doesn't matter. Let's keep flying. Let's keep flying the plane. Forgot how this works. Leveling off. Looking good. We need 13. I don't see anything on the outside, but we're flying. I know it's raining, and we're flying. Cooler, I'm a better pilot since watching these streams. Well, I'm glad you say so. That is so cool. Daifuku, your speaking is fine. It is my brain the problem. I watch the streams when I want to feel alive and Rishal Mac 2 when I want to go to sleep. I mean, he's not that bad, I think. I don't know, I don't watch his videos to be fair, but that's very funny. Alright, let's go, heading mode. Let's go, switch to localizer. Oh, sorry. This and this. Ah, yes, I know I did that because, that's my mistake, I did not have this open. So let me try this again. There we go. Left-hand turn, please, for the intercept. Speed is good. And now I want the 113. Let me try this. Man, I forgot how to do the save. 113.55. Do I need to press? That's how you transfer it. But let's say I want 113.55 here. Ah, twice. There we go. Very nice. So now, did our instruments just... yeah, they did. Alright, let's arm nav mode. So localizer is armed. We've got glide slope indication as well.
Charlie, climb to level
11.4, we intercepted 8.6, so we still have plenty of time for the glide slope. That's good. We confirm the QNH 1016 is still there. Yeah, it's definitely somewhat... Oh yes, our weather radar is... we actually do have some weather there. And localizer live, and lights up live. So let me go ahead and click a approach. Light slope is armed. I will be syncing the heading in a moment, but in case we go missed, we already have the preselection, right? Let's change this to the VOR. No, 212 should be. No, it went away because of my mistake. 212 set. Okay, back to active, and now we're looking good. Established, and light slope about to be captured. That's quite turbulent. And down we go. I was about to open my mouth. 8 miles, looking good. Missed approach is going to be 6,000. Madrid control, bird 1 established on ILS 15. Oh, look at that vertical speed, Jesus. Okay, let's go props full forward. Madrid control, bird 1 is established on the LS 15. Runway's inside.
Bird 1, Roger, give me a sec.
No problem.
Bird 1, wind variable, 2 knots, runway 33, clear to land.
Is runway 15 confirmed for bird 1?
Apologies, 15. Again, I didn't change the danger flight, apologies.
It's alright, we're clear to land runway 15, bird 1. You're doing an excellent job.
Thank you, sir. Break right now, 1.
Gear down.
Contact, 7,500
Flaps approach, landing lights on, taxi light on. Let's hand fly. Autopilot off. Flight director, I'll maintain flight director on, just for the fact that we might have to go around, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I still have to fly to Valladolid. You guys want to fly to Valladolid today, or should I do a second stream maybe? Maybe tomorrow at the end of the day? Would you watch a second stream tomorrow at the end of the day? Right, power for landing is about 400 to 500 torque, which is looking good. Gear is down 3 green. I didn't do the landing checklist, but essentially flaps, gear, and that is it. Let's go. Full flaps. A bit low correcting. Back on track. Now I want to be at 110 knots. Landing speed. Looking lovely.
There were, I think, 1 or 2 stations requesting IFR clearance, which was the first one. Nobody perfect. Break. Iberia 450 clear. Bonnet 4.
Nobody's perfect.
Right?
We're approaching Minimus.
Roger, Maroc 973 Charlie. Monitor Unicorn 12 decimal 8. Bye bye.
Watch that sync rate.
Bye bye. Dutch current on 359er, monitor Unicorn 12 decimal 8. Bye bye.
Continue.
Madrid Centro, buena, Siberia 26 Romeo Delta, estamos en La Coruña y listos con...
I'm not afraid of landing distance on this one.
Iberia 26 Romeo Delta, Madrid control, buenas tardes, necesito que vuele par, prefiere 280 o 300.
A little bit of ballooning. Hold it here.
Iberia 26 Romeo Delta.
And touchdown. A bit of reverse. I just pressed reverse, like, into beta range, and look how he decelerated. I didn't even brake. Love it. Flaps up. Recognition off. Anti-icing stuff off. And auto ignition off. Auto fader off. Now I need some braking.
Okay, travel 1060, Maurice control, radar contact clear, second 1 Golf arrival, expect ILS to approach runway 30.
Welcome everybody to Pamplona. This was a full-blown training flight, holy cow. I liked it. I hope you liked it as well.
Thank you. Iberia 26 Delta puesta en marcha, de hecho, aprobados el
Landing lights off. Strobe lights off.
Porque el metar de Euroscope se nos ha muerto, así que tengo que hacer la mano, ahora se lo paso y encarando.
Okay, let's find ourselves a parking spot.
Perdón, pisado.
Get some lights into the cockpit.
No necesitamos retroceso, solo puesta en marcha. Llamaremos para...
But
La puesta en marcha aprobada y el QNH 1019.
Okay, 1019.
yeah, that I wouldn't say that was amazingly soft, but the float was definitely me not flying very much on this airplane.
1494, runway 32 right, clear to land, wind calm.
And let's do it this way here. There's the marshaller, and I want to stop exactly there.
Polotea 69 November, Yankee, the wind 260 degrees 7 knots, runway 29 clear to land.
Clear to land, 29, 69 November Yankee, thank you.
Taxi light off, ice light off.
Tenemos listo puesta en marcha Iberia 0456.
Iberia 6831, derecha rumbo.
I'm not braking, I'm just controlling it with the beta range. Parking brake is set. That's off. I can remove the headset. It's very important, guys, don't forget to remove the headsets. Crossfeed transfer pumps off. Let's go transponder on. I'm not gonna talk to him, he's too busy. He's doing an excellent job. Tail end flood is gonna be, let's leave that on. And let's do avionics master power off. This one's going off, inverter off. Cut off engine number 1. And cut off engine number 2. Gens off. Below 30% on both. Feather the engines. And we can go beacon light off in a moment. That's off. Okay, now I need the lights. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Which one that was? This one, right? Yeah. That's like the normal floodlights. Done, and below 10% N1 we can go boost pump off. And connect the GPU. Called GPU, interesting. Here it says GPU. Can I connect ground power already? Not yet, it didn't come in. Fine, so I'll open the door. I'll open the door before I leave VATSIM. I didn't reset the squawk, that was my mistake. Before I leave VATSIM, I want to see my track. That's pretty cool. But I feel like... yeah! We did everything! Oh my god, wait. Are you guys seeing this? Yes, you are. Haha, that's pretty good! I want to take a screenshot and save this. So this is what we did. We entered the hold. Here's my wind compensation, which worked perfectly. We turned inbound into the hold. Past the VOR, right? We did the outbound. We turned inbound. Turned over the VOR. Flew outbound. This is when it went to the minimus. And we went around. So on the outbound 036 again. Climbed to 6,000 feet, turned inbound the VOR. Once we turned inbound the VOR, we had to do an offset to enter the inbound for the ILS. So here we did the offset 30 degrees, intercepted the inbound, changed to 038, flew for about 8 miles, then to 13, then turned inbound for the ILS and landed. Oh my god, that was really, really cool. I really like this airplane. I need to save this. I need to freaking save this. And I'm posting this into the photo reports because this is really cool. This is really, really cool. And then we landed. I think it was a pretty decent job. Okay, the guy with the GPU has arrived. Let's see if it actually... Yeah, look, the GPU is now powered, so we can go ahead and external power on, battery off. Very, very good. Okay, guys, we've been up for 2 hours and 19 minutes. If I change airplanes right now, I believe we will be flying for more, at least plus 1 hour. So here's my suggestion if you agree. I'm gonna end it here for today, and tomorrow in the evening, I'm not sure when, maybe like 16, maybe 17 UTC, I'll pick up the G1000 and we will be doing the other flight, either from here, from Pamplona to Valladolid, or I'm gonna find a different place where it's gonna be bad weather, and we're gonna be using the weather radar on the Garmin G1000, because today actually, I mean, it definitely showed some weather, but we didn't really use it that much, so perhaps I could have an opportunity for tomorrow to do a better job. Okay, if you guys agree with me, I think Daifuku is agreeing with me. I hope the rest agrees as well. So yeah, I'm gonna take some rest, because this actually takes a lot of energy and a lot of thinking. Yeah, explained already. Erased all the track, but we did see the track there on VATSIM radar, and that's pretty good. So, and that is it. Alexis Bernardo, really good job for your video. Thank you so much, man. And also, to everybody who's thinking of flying this airplane, watch the tutorial that I did with the GNS avionics. I explain everything. I show you the keybinds. I show you how you do, what it does, how to pre-select. I give examples, and it's going to be a lot easier. This airplane is amazing. You learn a lot flying it. It is not that complicated. It is a little bit hard working in the beginning, but once you learn it, it is great. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna get some rest, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, hit the like button. That helps the algorithm to push this live stream further to so more people can watch it. And yeah, we're gonna see you then tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I can do it tomorrow, so that's why I'm doing it this way. If I wouldn't be able to do it tomorrow, I would not do this. So yeah, guys, thank you everybody. Hit the like button, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for all the donations, for all the crew members. Have some good rest. We're gonna see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.